Hang on, let me just sign away my firstborn child real quick. There we go. Oh, second child as well. Damn, this game's really. There we go. Second child. Okay. Star Wars pack. They already have. Oh, there. Yeah, Powerwash Simulator 2. They've got Powerwash Simulator 2. Why the fuck are they buy any of the DLC? They're all paid, right? Yeah, okay. Welcome everybody. I have a feeling my mic's not even gonna pick me up. Yeah, fuck it. Should we do yeah, we'll do career. We gotta learn. Gotta learn what we're doing. Toggle washer, aim mode, show dirt. Pick up place object, that's gonna be weird. Jump. Why do we need to why do we need to jump? Select extension, select nozzle. God damn, next nozzle, rotate equip. This looks hard. Well, it did say simulator. Oh yeah. That's that good stuff right there. Okay, so the thumbnail is working fine. Just making sure. Ooh, okay. All right, hang on. Give me a second. Sorry, I was checking the audio balance. Which nozzle? I didn't even hit it. Change stance. Wow, you can really get in there, bro. I can't say that I've ever seen a power washer guy like lay down on the ground. I can see the dirt, bro. How would you be unclear? You got to be careful if you're power washing glass. But what was the ammo button? Aw, shit. I prefer this. Oh, shit. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. Dirt around the window. It says clean, but you know, we're gonna make sure it's actually clean. By the way, what was this guy? How did you get your van this dirty, bro? What were you doing? Did we find this at the bottom of a fucking lake? Oh, this is our own van. That's crazy. How did you'd think that a company that cleans things would be better at cleaning their own van? Pick up and place equipment. Huh? Oh, that sensitivity needs to change. Motherfucker. Option. Sensitivity. Bump that shit right there. A little better. Equipment. What? Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Like I'm doing that well. There's some spots that I can't get out. That's just how the van came from the dealership. Oh, see, like, you can get some of it out, right? Am I crazy? There we go. Yeah, see, gotta use a more pressure. Oh, you break the glass. Is that good? Daddy happy? The results? Did I just hear a dog in game, or was that real life? We run out of water. That's so unsatisfying when I like a little bits. We can add this stream to the Anything But Dead by Daylight compilation. How, by the way, how is our facility not like flooding with water right now? You know what I mean? There would be so much water on the floor. Gotta be careful with that glass, I'm telling you. Oh, it's not clean until I say it's clean. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, oh, I like that. I like cleaning the mirrors. Yeah, the dirty mirror. That. That say. If I hired a power washing service and I saw them like going up on my car and standing on the hood, that's not a good sign, being honest. Oh, I'm not done yet. 99%. Oh yeah. Yeah, you gotta get up in there. It's looking pretty good. I don't see any more. Click and show dirt. Oh. Spot right there. Dude, where else is dirty? To do bumpers, hubcaps, mirrors. Am I crazy? Hubcaps. Oh, okay. Nice. I swear I was showing that. I also like the crouch and prone symbols. It kind of looks like a Call of Duty. I need to put my phone on ring. So if it... What am I doing? Job complete. Oh, dude. A time lapse? Nice. That might be my favorite part. Look at that. Spiffy. Not all of it, though. It took too long. What? Cancel out. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that. I bet that feature is even better on the second game. Baby. Lots to do. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I like the angles, bro. Oh, yeah. We're starting to get it down, baby. When does Enshrouded come to console? Doesn't it come this month? That game did not run on my computer well at all. I get paid by the hour, so not really in a hurry. You know how it is. We also charge them for the water usage, so yeah, we charge them. We don't actually discount the water usage. We actually charge them extra, making us waste all this water. Gotta make sure this. Yeah. I promised myself I'm not gonna draw a single penis. I'm gonna stay good. I'm gonna keep good on my word on that. Will not draw a single penis. But the grass is loving this. Oh shit, I missed this whole side. It's clean. It's not clean. Oh, I hate that. See, most places, but they would discount for the customer based on the amount of water we use, but I just thought that was kind of a waste of our money. You know what I mean? Like, how am I supposed to make more money if I give them a discount? To be honest, most of them don't understand what we're charging them for anyway. They just like what it looks. They just like the end result, so they'll pay us whatever. I could literally tell them any number. They'll pay it. Here's the thing, like, we might be a power washing company, but we actually have another gun. It shoots mud. So if they don't pay us, we actually just shoot dirt back onto the property. And that always seems to do the trick. All right, so if you just look at this one corner right here, we're done. You know what I mean? That's a good looking corner. Just don't look at the other. Like, I'm surprised the grass isn't fucking dirty. Oh. How am I missing spots? I think it's right on there. I mean, just gonna trample over their plants. Their water bill is gonna be fucking insane, bro. I have no idea. You know, actually, at our HQ, we keep our water bill down really good. Because what we do is we actually just use the building to our left. We just use their water. They don't know. They might know, but they haven't said anything yet, so we're just gonna keep doing it until they say something. It's a little life lesson for you kids. If feel like your neighbors are stealing from you, probably say something. So just keep doing it. Real scumbags out there in the world, let me tell you. You know, luckily for us, our company is dedicated to helping people. So oh yeah, get under there. That's satisfying. Just like, what if we just, instead of doing like ASMR, we just like ruin it? I think it looks better that way, honestly. What do you think? That's cool. What if instead of cleaning, we just left like a sick design and we're just like, dude, that's so dope. All right, I'll clean. It's really hard to get like smooth controls on the controller. I don't know why it's like jagged for me. You're actually supposed to use specific nozzles on specific surfaces, because if you use the wrong nozzle, you're gonna strip the paint off of cars. Like I said before, break their windshield. You'd be surprised how many dogs get decapitated in this line of work. Because sometimes, you know, like you're in their backyard and their dog looks dirty, so you're thinking, you know, I'll just spray him. And then oops, you know, you've got the super powerful nozzle on and cut his fucking head off. Happens way more often than you think. So just know that if you ever hire a power washing company and your dog's head falls off, why? You just learned something. feel like this pond would be full of water. Dude, these people are disgusting. That's crazy. It says 21% clean. 27. Did it say 27 a second ago? Am I crazy? Why did I say 1? I immediately knew. So bad. How am I bad at this? I've had to do power washing in real life a few times. But not like professionally, just like because someone told me to. Believe me, they wanted it to be as professional as possible, but I kept reminding them, like when you give just some asshole the power washer that doesn't feel like it's easy. But also if you want to do a good job, you have to know you have to have the right cleaning solution, right job, and you have to be able to use the right tool. We did not. Bought a power washer and we had to clean an entire factory with it, and it was a lot of work. We also discovered that when you power wash, it floods very, very quickly. So we had to have some people pushing the water into the drains while we power wash. There's still so much. You thinking circle is crouch? Yeah, that time lapse isn't gonna go very far. That's pretty good. Okay. Okay, I keep hitting the crouch button by accident. So frustrating. I'm probably the only person on Earth who saw the trailer for GTA 6 for the first time and thought it looked mid. That's coming from somebody who's played every single Grand Theft Auto game. Played, not beaten. There's a lot to do in those games, and depends on your definition, but if we're just talking main story, I've only beaten a couple. Like 100% of the main story. I feel like I've actually beaten more Saints Row games than I have Grand Theft Auto games. That's just because Saints Row focused more on fun, and Grand Theft Auto focused more on realism. I mean, they were more similar back then than they are today. But yeah, I saw the trailer and I was like, that looks mid. Okay. I would have already taken like 2 lunch breaks by now. It's crazy. That bird shit. Oh, that one's really satisfying. Hell yeah. How hot is it outside to where like this water is just evaporating off of the pavement immediately? Holy shit, bro. No. So unsatisfying. When it says that like I finished cleaning it and I didn't finish cleaning it yet. I'm not done cleaning it yet. You keep cleaning it. There we go. I thought I already got that one. Nice. Ugh. People say that they're really excited for the new Evil Dead movie. I don't buy it. Call me crazy, but I don't buy it. I don't think anyone's really excited. The last one did not do well. Nobody really liked the last one very much at all. Like Ash versus Evil Dead is pretty good. I like that. Because it has like, because it's like about, you know, like the main character. Like if you like it, that's your thing, but I watched that whole movie and I can't believe I sat through that shit. I just feel like, I don't know. It definitely went darker than I thought it would, which was good, because I feel like horror movies have a bad tendency to hold back. You ever just go to see a horror movie and like all it is like cutaways and stuff, like you never actually die? I hate that shit. You're gonna make a horror movie and you're gonna say it's rated R. You better be willing to show some fucking kills, bro. I'll watch that later. My wife just sent me a sure it's a banger. Probably some crazy shit. Sounds hard. So many little areas. It's like trying to sponge wipe a fat person. Sponge wash them. There's just so many little cracks and folds. Leave me alone. Don't bully me. Oh, dude. So nasty. They were just about done. Kind of rushing through this one. It's not satisfying at all. Am I playing Last of Us? Hell no. That game sucks ass. I could barely play the game for like an hour or two before I literally rage quit because of how dog shit the story was. Oh, this is why. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. That adds up. See? I guess that's done. I'll be back. Give me a couple minutes. I'm dead, bro. I'm so fucking dead, bro. Oh man, I wanted a nice long quiet stream filled with relaxation, calmness. Instead I end up with a Taco Bell slurry. A slurry McFlurry. It hurts. Everything I eat makes me sick. Why was I built this way? Why was I built just to suffer? Why does food taste so good and then hurt me? Oh, I don't have a single genetic trait that makes me superior. Every single aspect is a weakness. Oh my fucking god. All right. Time to stop shooting out my butt. Go back to shooting out the power washer. I just power wash my toilet bowl. It's crazy that I'm in a relationship with a girl and that they hear me say stuff like that on a daily basis and they haven't gone running for the hills yet. That's so funny. Okay. Back to it, I guess. Holy shit. Back to relaxing. How do I close this? There we go. Oh shit. I was like, why am I so tall? All right. So we got this done. Well, let's just fucking knock this out of the park really quick. We need to get this done. Damn. Damn, do you see that is stuck on there, bro? Eggs make me sick. Cheese makes me sick. Milk, like all dairy. Pretty much anything that you could find on a farm makes me EI shit my pants. With a cry here and a cry there. Every time I hop on my console and I think, man, what should I play? I want to stream something. I'm like, it's the same. I want to make content. I have this like need to make content. I need to make content. I want to make content. And then I turn on my console and I scroll through my games and there's not a single fucking thing I want to play. I don't want to play Dead by Daylight. Don't want to play Fortnite. I don't really like the new season that much. I have no interest in collecting sprites or doing the new Droid Tycoon event. I'm just not into it. I really feel like they nerfed the shit out of the XP you get on Droid Tycoon, because when I first started playing Droid Tycoon, I got like, I was getting like 10 plus Battle Pass levels playing like every day. Now I hop on, if I play for half an hour to an hour, I might level up about one time. Everybody else swears that they're leveling up, you know, over and over again, but I think that people are just playing longer than they think they are. Not realizing how long they're playing. So I can tell you, I'm not getting anything. And I don't play very long, so I'll play like a couple matches of like solos or duos, no build. If I win the game, I'll level up. If I don't, I'll probably have to play a couple before I level up once. It's just too slow progression for me. The battle pass is really long. And I just like, if I can't casually grind something, I don't know. If I was having more fun with the gameplay this season, I'd be more into it. I think the map is like so forgettable. I think the POIs are really fucking shit. I don't like the map layout. I'm just not liking it. Dude, I wasn't done. I wasn't even close to done with that one. I keep making the mistake of live streaming Dead by Daylight, and then I realize that I hate that fucking game. Like, spawn in, teammates aren't doing anything, nobody's on a gen, nobody can loop a killer, and then, like, I'll be in a bad mood for the rest of my day for playing that game. And it's just not worth it. I've uninstalled that game so many times, and it's never me reinstalling it because I want to play. It's always somebody else telling me to get on over and over again for like over 6 months or longer before I finally crack, and I'm just like, fine. And then like game one, nobody's having fun, we're all miserable, and I realize that like nobody's playing that game to enjoy it. They're just addicted and they don't know what else to do. God, that looks good. Man, I don't know how we're not stripping the paint off this shit. I would have played Crimson Desert, but I really don't like the fact that there's no character customizing. That's the same reason why I don't play like Red Dead. I didn't play the second Red Dead. I played the first one. I just can't get into it. Like, John Marston is such a cool character, but Arthur, I just don't have that same like connection with Arthur as I did with John. John Marston is so cool. He emanates everything that a badass cowboy is. But with Arthur, he really feels like you're playing as like a supporting character. I don't know. I think people who grew up with Red Dead Redemption 2 probably have that innate bias. They're going to say the opposite. I don't know. A lot of people are really upset about Sony discontinuing discs, like disc games, but I noticed that none of those people who are bitching are going out and buying any disc games before they're discontinued. You'd think that we would all be buying them up like crazy because how, like, they're going to be rare, bro. You're telling me they're not going to print PlayStation, like, discs anymore? They're not going to be making them? Wouldn't that, like, skyrocket the value of a physical disc? So if these people really cared, if these collectors really gave a shit, wouldn't they be buying up the discs? No, instead they're saying we should boycott PlayStation. It's like, I cannot remember the last time I went into GameStop and bought a physical game. I couldn't tell you. Every time I go into GameStop, I look at the games and I'm like, have that one, I have that one, I have that one. There's 3 categories. I have it, it's on PlayStation Plus, or I don't want it. Because if there's a game that I want, I just get it digital. Plus, like, with the midnight release at GameStop, so you're telling me you'd rather stand outside a GameStop at, like, midnight than, I don't know, play 3 days early by pre-ordering a deluxe edition online? Like, what are you talking about? While those guys are shivering their timbers outside of a GameStop in their little tent with sandwiches their moms packed them, like, I'm already playing. I've been playing for 2 days. God, this thing's gonna be tough. Be another one of those, like, ones with like a lot of little people. I don't know. Like, yeah, I understand people's point. I think it's stupid that what they're doing. I do agree that it's stupid, but I also agree, I understand why they're doing it. I don't think that, really don't think that the sales are good enough to justify continuing. But here's the kicker. People are already upset because they increased the console price, which is why people are really mad about data centers buying up all the RAM and making parts more expensive, meaning that now consoles are cost more money. So nobody's fucking happy about that. And then on top of that, this news comes in that there's gonna be no more physical disc. So it's just like one thing after another. I think gaming itself is going through sort of a transitionary period right now where we don't really know where it's going to be in a couple years. But I will say this, if companies continue to make decisions like this without the interest of the consumer, is this like obviously raising up the prices is not consumer interest, and then making the physical discs, not making them anymore, that's also not in favor of the consumer. Now here's my thing though. How about this? Consoles are more expensive, right? And they're no longer going to have physical discs. So why don't we drop the price of games? Let's meet in the middle. If I have to pay more for a console and I'm not allowed to go get a cheaper version of the game, then make games, because people are saying that the reason why they're doing it is so that they can they don't lose money on the people buying the cheaper model of the game. Because when you go into the store and you buy it pre-owned, you're getting it for way cheaper than they intended. So they're saying that they're trying to eliminate that so that you always have to pay full price. Now, I don't think so, but I do think that benefits them. Because games are always going on sale, and most people who buy digital, you're either willing to pay the full price or you're going to be one of those people who waits for games to go on sale. And if you're going to wait for games to go on sale, then you're going to wait for games to go on sale. And they're going to lose money anyway, right? Like, there's always games on sale. Now, obviously, they lose out on money with PlayStation Plus because they have such a massive fucking library of games. So most people who get a brand new console, I mean, as long as you have PlayStation Plus, you practically don't have to buy any fucking games. As long as you get the membership, pretty much good. I like it, but like I saw the trailer for Code Veronica, and I was like, "Oh, nice! I can't wait to pre-order that, like online." You know what I mean? At no point was I thinking like, I don't. Because here's the thing: when was the last time a game came out and the deluxe edition for GameStop, like you go and get the physical one? When did it come with something that was actually cool? It's been a while. You know what I mean? Before, when you buy like the collector's edition of something, come with like really sick like statues. When I bought PlayStation, when I bought the Spider-Man for the PS4, Spider-Man 1, it came with a backpack, it came with a beanie, it came with a pin, it came with like a piggy bank, it came with, so like I bought the collector's edition and it wasn't even that expensive. And it came with a whole bunch of stuff. I still have most of that stuff. So I'm just saying, like, when was the last time that like companies actually gave a shit and released a fucking deluxe edition that felt deluxe? Now, when you buy a deluxe edition, there's no exclusive. But there are pre-order bonuses. So the closest thing we have, what we had before, are the pre-order bonuses that you can't get after purchasing. If you didn't pre-order the game, you don't get it. But like companies are very hesitant to do that because of all these fucking bitches who won't stop crying about fucking paywalls and shit and pay to win. Oh my god, pay to win. It's like they'll literally look at a single player game with no online or PvP and they use the phrase pay to win and they think that their argument should be taken seriously. Bro, it's not pay to win. It just has content that you can pay for. I do think that games should ship 100% complete and be ready to go at time of launch. And that they shouldn't They shouldn't like release a game and then be like, you know, you're on like chapter 2 and they're like pay for chapter 3, which obviously no game so far I think has done it quite that obviously, but a lot of games have done similar things like that according to people on the internet. I swear I've never once played a game, finished the game and been like, where's the rest of it? Except, well, here's the thing. Every time that's ever happened to me, there was no rest of it. That was just the game. Like, especially with like Call of Duty campaigns and stuff, sometimes I'll beat it so fast. It'll say like like a 4-hour campaign, and I'm like, I beat it in 2. So I'm like, where's my 2 fucking hours? And I'm playing on hard. Like, I'll up the difficulty, and it still doesn't take me that long. Like, how acid the game do you have to be? Because when they say, like, how much content there is, obviously that's going to be the maximum estimate. You know, it's not going to be, like, the average. It takes an average of 4 hours. No, it's going to, they want you to believe that there's, like, the max content there can be. So, of course, they're going to say it takes 4 hours, when in reality, most people are going to get through it in 2. I don't think that they should get rid of discs. But I do think that for every bad decision, there needs to be a good one. So they have to come up with something to appease people, because I mean, it's heating up out there. People are getting pissed. I mean, Nintendo's happy because Nintendo has been like a scumfuck company for several years now, and they have completely lost the plot when it like fun factor and like the meaning of gaming, which is crazy because Nintendo has always been a very revolutionary company when it comes to, you know, fun factor and innovation, all that. Now they're like the ones who have committed the worst sin. Like, for one thing, there are people who have dedicated their entire lives to promoting products. And they just, what do? Do they bring them on board and, you know, send them a bag? And it isn't happy on the lawsuit. But dude, Palworld with their 9,000 IQ play is so funny. But what I don't get is, like, Nintendo is gonna just sue again. Like, people are talking about how, like, this is so good for Pocket Pair or whatever, Pocket Pal, Packet Pair, whatever, the Palworld company. But yeah, so version 1.0 of Palworld will launch with all of the features that the other game had. But if Nintendo just sues again, you know what I mean? Are they just gonna, every update, they'll reintroduce, so they'll take it out mid-update, and then they'll re-add it back in the next update? This stops them from being able to use it on any of the previous versions of the game. But I feel like they could just sue again. So I don't think the war is over, but I do think that it should be interesting. Nintendo sues content creators for just making content about them, whether it's good or bad. And then if people make games that are inspired by, like, Nintendo games, they sue them. They sue the shit out of everybody. They're so protective over their stupid fucking IPs, bro. Nobody gives a shit about fucking Mario anymore. Like, it's, I mean, some people do, sure. But, like, it's not like it used to be. I mean, Mario used to be such a household name, and now most people are not, they're just not playing Super Mario. I do think, however, it'd be much better if you had your kids playing Super Mario than you did Call of Duty and Gears of War and shit. But they're gonna be bored as hell, that's all I'm gonna say. Or got a lot more developers out there making more capture games. I guess Nintendo they can't be everywhere at once. They can't sue every single game in every single company. But I tell you what, they're gonna fucking try. But, like, Palworld is a love letter to Pokemon. What Pokemon could have been if Nintendo gave a shit. That's what's funny about this whole thing, is Nintendo took offense to Palworld. You know what I mean? But Palworld is literally just saying like, hey, we all grew up with Pokemon, and Pokemon hasn't been Pokemon in a long time. It's shit. Our World made a game style of Pokemon that was far better than any of the Pokemon games that have come out in the last fucking 10 plus years. So Nintendo, being the geniuses they are, instead of just making a better Pokemon game, sued them. And then while suing them, released another Pokemon game, which was ass, and it bombed, and it couldn't run on their console. So how does that look for Nintendo? I mean, you've got games that don't run on your console, and they look like shit. It looks bad, it plays bad, it's not fun, it's not revolutionary, it's got fucking Nintendo DS graphics. I mean, you're losing. They've completely lost their fucking minds. I mean, did the makers of Dead by Daylight sue Friday the 13th? No. They didn't have to, because Friday the 13th sued Friday the 13th. They really took care of themselves. And then it's like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre comes out. Who sued them? Nobody. Because the makers of Dead by Daylight, well, to be honest, the makers of Dead by Daylight probably don't even have enough money to really sue another company. They can't afford those kinds of losses. I hear the rent in California is really high. It probably costs a lot of money to have all those IPs on the game. I mean, the fact that we're still in 2026 losing IPs on Dead by Daylight, it's crazy. Must be really fucking expensive. That tells me that that's probably part of the reason why they don't want to sue, is because if they lost a multi-million-dollar settlement, they probably would have to shut down, or at the very least, they would lose some IPs, which people would not be happy about. Every time that happens, people are not happy about it. I don't understand. If you paid money, I get limited licensing, but if you paid money to have your character in a video game, not you paid, someone pays you to use your character in a video game, why not do it? Like, you know what I mean? I don't understand that logic. Like, if I made a video game and someone said, hey, I love your game, everybody loves your game, we would love to pay you lots of money just so that your character could make an appearance in our game. The only thing that I would ask is that I get creative liberties. I get some input. Like, if I don't think you're doing my character justice, then I won't do it. You know what I mean? Everything is so, like, legal now. But, like, when you lose the licensing on Dead by Daylight, people who bought the character still have the character. So what the fuck are we doing here? But I don't understand. You're taking him out of the store so nobody else can buy him, but they're still in the game. So what? You know what I mean? Everything is so lawyery and legal, all that shit. Like, that's not what gaming was supposed to be. There's supposed to be a couple of dudes in a basement making some shit they thought was dope as fuck, coming up with a cool ass story and some fun ass gameplay, and they just slapped some shit together. That's how all of the greatest franchises were made. Just a couple of guys with a good idea, and they started from the bottom, and they worked their way up. And now they just sit around in legal battles with fucking other companies, constantly debating what's fair use and what's legal and what's copyrighted and blah blah blah. Meanwhile, their games are shit. The new Modern Warfare, you've got the dev team apologizing and promising that they're not going to do what they've been doing. And this is it, man. If I've been saying this for so long, like, less and less people play Call of Duty every time. There's always going to be people who don't give a shit if it's broken or glitchy. Like, they just kind of have that brand loyalty. They'll buy literally anything. They're the ideal consumer. They're not actively sorting and filtering and saying, like, this isn't worth my time, I'm not going to do it. Some people literally will just buy anything with the name on it. If it says Call of Duty, they're going to buy it. Even if it's complete dog water. They'll even play it every day, even though they hate it. It's crazy. I don't understand. They've been apologizing, saying like you won't make those same mistakes, but if they do, yeah. Call of Duty, I don't know. It's every year. I hope the same thing. I don't want Call of Duty to suck. I don't think anybody wants Call of Duty to suck. We want those games that we grew up with to be good. We want them to evolve into better games. But like keep what made them great always be the foundation forward. Like people have this big debate on even like we can't even decide on skill-based matchmaking. Should we have skill-based matchmaking? Not have skill-based matchmaking? Nobody can decide. I think we should not have skill-based matchmaking. Personally, that's just because I'm really fucking good at the game, and when there is skill-based matchmaking, I'm constantly going up against people who are at my skill level. It's not fun. It's fun when you have, you know, some people who are good, some people who are bad. Maybe you run into people who are better than you. Maybe like it's like a mixed bag every time. I think it's more fun that way. I also think it makes, when you don't know what kind of people you're going to go up against, I think it makes you try harder. We're getting closer. Yeah, like ranked is where you're supposed to be sweating. You're supposed to be locked into combat with the best of the best. But like casual gaming, like why do I have to go up against sweats every single fucking game? Too stressful. Done. Ugh. Yeah, like back in the day, you'd have that one guy on every team where you're like, holy shit, that guy's goated. Now it's just like, oh my fucking god, every single person is fucking slide canceling, 360 no scope. We can't decide on skill-based matchmaking. We can't decide on cross-platform either. PC players do not like controller players, and controller players do not like PC keyboard mouse players. They don't like each other. They don't like playing with each other. Everybody thinks it's fucking bullshit. So with cross-platform, it's like it was supposed to bring communities together, but it honestly kind of fucking destroyed it. All I hear from like gaming communities now is bitching. Constantly. Like, oh, it's not fair because he's keyboard mouse. Oh, it's not fair because he's a controller. You hear the word aim assist so often now, it's crazy. there's so many words now in gaming that didn't exist before. People talk about like macros. People talk when they're not even talking about fucking like dietary macros. Okay, so the shed is 99%. What am I missing? I think that for some games, keyboard, mouse, and controller don't really matter. But I think there are some games where controller is better and their PC is better. I think the shed is done. 99% clean. Oh, here we go. Last bit. There's just some games where it's better, but I think that Call of Duty and shooter games in particular, you just can't really mix keyboard, mouse, and controller. On keyboard and mouse, you're going to have the most precise aim possible. That's why aim assist it fucking exists. They literally had to make aim assist because controller is not as good as a keyboard mouse. Also, keyboard and mouse, your movement is going to be better. What am I missing here? What the hell? Oh, right here. No fucking way. Come on. Come on. What am I fucking missing? I don't see a bit of dirt anywhere. That's not dirt. Bet it's in here, isn't it? Oh, what the fuck? What the hell? Yeah, we've been playing. I think we're on like day... Ooh, there it is. We're on like day 16. Something like that. We have a walled off facility with we got electrical wiring, metal spikes, and then we've got some blade traps and mines. Going okay. I think the update sounded very different, but when you actually get on and start playing, you kind of realize that it's kind of just 7 Days to Die. You know what I mean? I really don't feel like from a gameplay perspective it's changed that much. The procedural generation on the map, whenever you choose like a procedurally generated map, I will say it's a lot better because we're playing on a generated map, and like she couldn't tell. She thought it was like an actual map that they made, which I think is really good. I think graphically it looks pretty good too. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's nice. That's real nice. I think the game looks good. I do think that something I've come across is I wanted a Walking Dead experience, so I limited the walk speed just to walk for all creatures, so nothing can walk, right? Or nothing can run, nothing can jog, nothing can, and they're still running. And no matter what you do, they will run. I'll do a dirt bike. They just keep running. Really frustrating. I literally made it so that they cannot jog, they cannot sprint, they can only walk, and they're still fucking running. Because I thought it'd be fun to do like a Walking Dead type world where they literally just walk and they have like lots of numbers, and that's why they're dangerous. Are they running at night or are they just feral? Well, here's the thing. There's settings for each one where it says feral zombies. I put walk, right? It says for daytime and nighttime, I put walk. So I didn't allow them to run at any time of day or any type of whatever, and they're still running. Sometimes they just choose to run. I gotta say, that is extra scary when like a lot of them are walking and then one of them just randomly says, you know what, fuck this, and he just bolts after you. Here we go. This is what my connection looks like on Dead by Daylight. Lunchtime already, it's crazy. Yep. Back to it. It's been nice being able to go swimming again. I've missed playing in the pool. Every time we've gone at the apartment complex so far, there's been nobody there. The other day, we were at the pool and she jumped on my back and I was just like running around in the shallow end with her on my back as fast as I could. It feels good to just be like stupid. Not that I'm not in every other aspect of my life, but this was a fun way to be stupid. I like when we're like throwing each other around. I like that we're just two dummies. It's very fun. We're gonna be the first grown-ups with no kids to invest in some pool toys for us to play with. And she already told me that if some kid tries to play with our stuff, she's gonna cuss them out. She's like, if I bring toys that I paid for to the pool and some kid comes up and they try playing with my toys, she goes, I'm gonna have a fucking field day. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what toys we could get that like would be easy for us to not, lose track of. We have to buy a lot of stuff for the new apartment. Just glad my internet's stable, holding up, knock on wood. I'm getting 200 megabytes less here than I did at my last place, which is funny because my internet box out there had a fucking bird's nest in it. It's been going pretty shit, to be honest, but we're getting through it. It's very hot in this apartment at night, so we've been trying to figure out ways to cool it down. I'm buying her an oscillating fan tomorrow. Try to blow the AC more towards her. I mean, like, when we first set up, I literally was gonna put the bed underneath the vents for the AC so that she'd be nice and cold, and she said she didn't want it there, so I moved it, and I told her, like, I forgot in the moment why I was doing that. And then she's at the hottest part of the room now. My desk is sitting right in front of the AC vent, so she'll be over there like sweating and complaining it's hot, and I'm like, what are you talking about? It feels great. I also feel like the thermostat is wrong because it'll say that it's like, sometimes it says it's like 69 degrees, and I'm like, it's hot as fuck up here. Sometimes it says like it's 75 and it actually feels kind of good. So I have no idea what that's about. We're getting through it. It's a team effort. We do really like the pool, though. Always got to look on the bright side. The pool is fun. I actually had this funny fear that I was going to forget how to swim because it had been so long since I swam. Turns out no. Turns out you really do just not forget. We got our security system set up. We got a doorbell camera, which is nice. We're a little bit safer. I'm also going to be getting some more security cameras to put in the house. I mean, I'm the only one home all day, so really just for my own peace of mind. But honestly, the neighborhood is really fucking quiet. It's so quiet. There's not a single noise anywhere. Nobody's making it. We're probably the loudest people here, which is not good. He's been doing well with being quiet, and doesn't. I remind her. She's been doing a very good job listening and not being too loud. Which I'm surprised. I did not think she could. I mean, sometimes she has slip-ups, but it's way better than I thought it would be. I had so much anxiety about moving into an apartment because she is, very loud. Which is funny because she never used to be. I really just bring out the worst in her. She seems to like it though, so that's fine. We bought this really fancy shower head, like this nice dual shower head. When we lived in our last place, but we couldn't use it because Even though our device, the shower head we bought, is universal, it doesn't fit. Because like the pipes were modified or something. So we couldn't use our shower head for like years. But at this place, it just barely fits. So the water pressure is kind of ass in this apartment, but which is hilarious because that was one of the, they were like, "Oh, you're gonna love it. The water pressure is incredible." Every word was a lie. And they are supposed to have already fixed our ceiling fan light, which did not work upon moving in. And the repair guy said he'd have to hunt down a ceiling fan, and that was a week ago. And he has not come back since. So, still waiting on that. Meantime, we're just going to keep working on this place. Turning it into a home. We're also planning on hosting Thanksgiving at our place, which we've been doing that. I think we did that last year, and it went really well. So we're going to do it again. We actually have more room now for the table and stuff, so it should be good. She really likes cooking on Thanksgiving. My family really likes the fact that she does so much. My dad would be, sometimes my dad will like praise William and be like talking about how great William is, and she'll just sit there and she goes, "Yeah, speaking of William," she goes, "how many Thanksgivings has he hosted?" "Oh, 0? She's like, "How many times has he taken you out to eat?" "Oh, 0? It's so funny. William never hosts anything. He never pays for anything. He just literally shows up, people cook, and gets some food for him and his family, and then he just like leaves. I find it fun. We took my dad out for his birthday. We took him out for Father's Day. We took my mom out for her birthday and Mother's Day. And whenever my dad brings up William, I'm always like, "Wait, what did he do for Father's Day?" "Oh, nothing." "What did he get you for your birthday?" "Oh, nothing." That's nice. My dad did a lot to help us move, so I'm all about returning the favor. It's been good though. We've been able to go out as a family and all actually like go out to eat, and like things are pretty good. I think that Kate has a very big part of why that is. We've definitely done a lot. I always give her full praise for that. Her and I are definitely both fixers, that's for sure. So funny. When she first moved out here, it was like for William's birthday. She got William stuff for his birthday, and then she got Kara stuff for her birthday. And then she did stuff for their anniversary too. Like we went and we made them a gift bag, and we picked out a bunch of their favorite snacks and stuff, and we gave that to them. And then when William needed grocery money, we gave him grocery money. Like whenever he hit a hard time or whatever, like we were always there to help. And then when her birthday rolled around, I talked about her birthday all day, and he like refused to say happy birthday or do anything, which is fine, whatever. But then like, he tried making up this crazy excuse. He was like, oh, well, you know, you said that, you know, she doesn't really want to be part of the family, so, like, why would I bother? And I'm like, bro, she did something for your birthday. She brought your wife her favorite fucking dessert, like, 4 fucking times, which is really expensive, might I add. Like, constantly doing things for them. And when it came to return the favor, it's like a big fat whopping, you know, no, and a lazy excuse. And then he's like, oh, you know, Hera just feels so bad about it that, you know, she's gonna bake her a cake. Never happened. That's why I always laugh. Whenever someone's like, oh no, William said he would. I'm like, oh. Well, you must be a rocket scientist then if you believe that. It's so funny. Woo! We're putting in some fucking work. I'm surprised I'm still playing this fucking game. Oh. Oh. If somebody asked me for a visual comparison for like where, like, our town is separated with a highway, and I always say like you don't want to live on that side of the highway, you want to live on this side of the highway. This is what I mean. Like, that middle post is just fucking, that's the highway, and you know what I mean? Our side might not be the best, but when you look at the fucking state of the other side, it's pretty crazy. That's not doing it. My God. There we go. That's cutting through quite nicely. I don't get paid enough for this shit. I like the way the wall looks when you get it wet. Why? And then like watching it slowly dry. Very nice. The gym here at our complex is 24 hours. Pretty sure. We just went and tested our key fob and it works. So should be able to go whenever we want. When we went in there to check it out, there was a guy in there. He was doing like weightlifting. He was like deadlifting or something. Good for him. I just want to get my cardio better. Burn as many calories as possible. That's why I've been swimming so much, because it's a very, very good way to lose weight. You burn a lot of calories when you swim, and it doesn't put a lot of strain on your body, so you can do it a lot. It does make me hungry and sleepy, though, which is a fun adverse reaction, is needing like a pizza and a nap. Man. Dude, if I was working this job and I saw this house, I'd fucking first thing first, I would ask for double because I didn't realize this was a crack house. I also didn't realize that they were in the middle of a mud war with their neighbors. Crazy. Almost there. People really didn't like that Blue Beetle movie, but I thought it was alright. I always find that funny when that happens. People, like, you read reviews and people are like, this is the worst movie ever made, hands down. And you go and see it and you're like, I don't know, I thought it was alright. I don't know why it made so many people mad. They're like, if you read the comic books. And I'm like, well, I didn't, so. And you're making me glad I didn't, because I like the movie. And I paid to see it. So. I'd like to enjoy it. Oh, dude, what the fuck is this? You sick fucking bastards. These nasty sons of bitches. I don't even know how your house gets this fucking dirty, bro. What the hell is wrong with you people? Fucking disgusting, bro. Hey, what? They sicken me, that's for sure. I wonder what I should make for lunch. Very close to our grocery day, so we don't have a ton of options. We actually have done pretty well with buying enough. We have so much shit we gotta get for the apartment. So staying on budget this week was kind of hard. We had to work the 4th of July and like literally not a single customer came in. Which, like, it makes sense because people are out with their families, they're watching the fireworks, they're like getting drunk as fuck. I'm sad that like she didn't have an opportunity to make money. I know that's really disheartening for her, but at the same time, I'm also really glad the drunk people didn't come in, because that really pisses me off when people come in there and misbehave. Some people have quite literally no respect. Going into a restaurant and like drinking an obscene amount of alcohol, getting shit-faced, and then like getting belligerent and crazy. It's so not okay. I just can't understand why people do that, bro. I truly don't. I don't get it. Bro, like, I'm a casual drinker. I only get hammered sometimes. I'm only shit-faced most of the time I get drunk. Crazy. It's crazy too, because there's like families in there and they're all just trying to like enjoy their food, and it's supposed to be kind of like a classy establishment, and they don't have a limit on alcohol, or if they do, you know, we've yet to hit the record. I actually don't know what number they're supposed to limit it at, but I'll tell you this: if you get upcharged for alcohol, no one's gonna cut you off, because that's extra money. That's a bigger tip. Also, the more drunk they are, the more likely they are to tip some big number by accident, which is payment for coming in and getting fucking shit-faced. If you wake up the next morning and you realize you emptied your bank account, hey, that's on you. They signed that motherfucker and everything. People are dumb as hell. Remember I think it was last week, somebody came in and said they lost their AirPod. They said they dropped it on the floor in the restaurant, and they came in like a week later to ask if they had it or found it. And they're like, no. They hadn't seen it. Like, how did you lose one AirPod and then like... That's crazy. And instead of looking for it in that moment, like, because here's the thing, if you lost it, that means you had it out. It wasn't in the case. So you must have had to have known to some degree you lost it. Instead of calling that day, you know, you waited like forever to ask them if they had fucking seen your one AirPod. I don't know, that's fucking crazy to me. If I pay that much for earbuds, you damn well know I'm going to be announcing it to the whole... I'm going to be like, excuse me, everybody. Can everybody please lift your feet and take a look around? I lost my damn AirPod. Almost fell off the damn roof. I hate drunk people, bro. Recently, she's introduced me to a type of customer that is like somebody I never considered existed, but then I realized, like, yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes she'll have like people come in who think that they're really funny, so they won't stop like telling jokes, but they're not really jokes. They're just like making comments about everything and being really fucking annoying. And yeah, that would annoy the shit out of me. Like, she's trying to explain the menu, and this guy is just making jokes the whole time. And it makes it take forever. She's got other tables waiting on her. This guy's not asking any valid questions about the menu. You know what I mean? He's just like, ha, water. Water's wet. Ha, ice cubes. That makes drinks cold. Ha, like just saying things that are true, and then like laughing like it's a joke, which is really annoying. And just doing it the whole time, and like stopping her from doing her job so that he can continue doing it is crazy. Like, you're out of your mind, bro. And then they don't even tip well. Probably because she didn't laugh at any of their jokes. She just made it really awkward. Well, she didn't make it awkward, he did, but... She's like, I'm not good with social situations, and sometimes people hit me with something that, like, I've never seen before, and I don't know what to do. She's like, I just freeze up. I'm like, I don't know. Like, are you going to ask me, like, an actual question, or you just going to keep sitting there and being a dipshit? It's a tough spot to get to. Like, the itchy part of my back, which is just everywhere I can't reach. What a nice neighborhood. Over halfway done with this house. Hard work. A lot of work. To be honest, a power washing company, I honestly feel like it would probably cost more than we're charging here. Fuck, I'm so hungry. I thought today was like Friday or Saturday. I was actually really relieved that today was Sunday. That means we get to go grocery shopping tomorrow. I always make it sound like we don't have food. I'm just too lazy to go make stuff. It's definitely my own issue. We started testing. They've made a lot of changes to a lot of the Great Value brands, Great Value products. Because Walmart was one of the first companies to actually say that they were going to be getting rid of the artificial dyes and fillers after the Make America Healthy Again Act passed. Redefine the food pyramid, that it makes more sense. Also, we updated it because, you know, a lot of scientific and nutritional advancements have been made. We know more about nutrition now than we did before, so update that. Which I think it's funny too, because the food pyramid was like, you know, make sure you have dairy and grain and like fruits and vegetables, and it was trying to showcase like how much of everything eat. And I feel like we all got fat anyway because we said, right, okay, so we need grains, fruits and vegetables, protein. That's a burger. The burger, I mean pizza too. Pizza, you got grain. Get off the roof. Get off that roof. You got grain, you got fruits, you got, I mean, because a tomato is a fruit, right? You know, and lettuce is a vegetable. The bun is grain. The meat is protein, and the cheese is dairy. So basically, what you're telling me is that a burger is actually the healthiest food on the face of the earth. See? I've been doing it right. My body just doesn't understand that it's supposed to be healthy right now. It's probably Now people are saying like you're not supposed to eat grain and you're not supposed to eat like carbs, and carbs are really bad for you and all that and whatever. I actually tried going keto, or at least closest to keto as I could for a while, but man, it's hard. Like when I go to like, you know, Chipotle and stuff like that, and you got, I mean, no tortilla was not the hard part. It was like no beans, fucking. Basically, by the end of the ordering process, you have a bowl of fucking lettuce. I don't even think I don't even remember if I could get lettuce. Yeah, you can. That's just no carbs. But beans are so good for you. So like keto itself is like, it might be healthier than some diets, but like I feel like your goal as a human being should eat a balanced diet. You know what I mean? Like carbs in moderation are okay. Everything in moderation is okay. Even cocaine in moderation is okay. Probably. I don't think fentanyl in moderation is okay though. I think fentanyl's probably too bad. I think you should probably not do fentanyl. It takes very, very little to kill somebody. It is a terrifyingly small amount. Anyway. Yeah, I think that people should aim for a well-balanced diet. Not me though. I like cheeseburgers a little too much. By a little, I mean probably way too much. Some people are like, what you do is you get the burger and then you don't get the fries. And I'm like, I'm already out. And they're like, you take, okay, and then you take the bun off the burger, and I'm like, dude, I'm out. I'm literally getting hungrier by the second. So no French fries, and then take off the bun. And then what you do is you cut the rest in half, and you eat half of that now and half of it later. Turn your one burger into 2 meals. And I'm like, I would rather turn my head into 2 heads with a bullet than do all that. She told me she doesn't like salads, and she'll never eat salads. And then I got a salad from Chick-fil-A, and it's so good. And she's like, all right, let me try it. And she's like, that's not bad. And then she started getting it. Like, yup. I get these salads from Walmart too. It's a chopped kit. It's called the everything salad. It doesn't have everything, but good enough. It tastes pretty good. What I like to do, like a little hack recently, is if I don't feel like eating a salad, but I want to eat a salad, you know, like I want to have those nutrients, I'll make a Caesar wrap with it. And I don't know why, but in my brain, it becomes like a different fucking meal. So I'll take like a Caesar salad, and then I'll take maybe some like chicken breast or something, like a chicken Caesar salad, and then I just wrap it in a tortilla. And I don't know why, but it's so much better that way. I just use a low carb tortilla. And yeah, like it added some carbs and it added some calories, but bro, if you can eat a whole salad just because you used a low carb tortilla, I feel like that's worth it. Even better if you use like a whole grain tortilla, it'd probably be even better for you. I've heard some power washers say that you'd be surprised with the amount of water they use. Like, they say it's like it's less than you think it would be. Not if I'm doing it. I have been on this fucking roof for hours. I have probably used somewhere close to the equivalent of like a Great Lake. And I'm missing a lot of spots, like little spots, and I don't understand how. I sometimes get the urge to go to Five Below, and then I go in there and I'm like, nah, fuck this. I really like Five Below. What I hate is the parents who bring their kids to Five Below and they think it's like, I don't know, like a free babysitter slash fucking like free toy place. A lot of times when I go to Five Below, like the biggest problem that store faces is that like parents do not watch their fucking kids. I don't get why some people have kids. Like, you don't watch them. You don't, like, you clearly don't want to like interact with them, right? So like, why are we at this point, you know? You take him into the store and then you could give two shits if that kid gets abducted, you know? You're letting them run all over the place. You're thinking, oh, the employees will watch out for him. Yeah, that's such an asshole mentality. Just automatically thinking that it's the worker's job to watch your kids for you. Crazy. Hey, so like, what's still left on the roof? Oh, okay. Ugh, okay, we're just not gonna look at that side. Can the fucking ground be even? Holy shit. That Supergirl movie bombed. I'm actually really unsurprised. When she first appeared in Superman, everybody was like, oh, nice, this is great. And then the trailer came out, and everybody's opinion changed. Nobody liked the premise. They didn't like the tone of the movie. They didn't like the vibe. They didn't like the way her character was acting now. Everything just felt wrong and different. It feels like they set up a different character. I heard the dialogue was really bad. The writing was really bad. Okay. We just need to do a couple little touch-ups, and then I need to get up here. Well, under. Not bad, honestly. We've done pretty good. Oh. Are you telling me that this windowsill not done? What, this isn't done? Fucking ladder's in the way. Can I fucking move this? Go over there. I was like, well, now how do I get up there? Okay. There's a fat cat over there. Hop down. Oh my god. Look at this place. Look at this fucking place, bro. Oh, this is why the roof isn't done too, huh? I swear I've gotten this so many times, and I think I could do it with this. Ah, okay, you know what? We need the ladder. Good thing you can fucking teleport. This is just awful. Actually lost for words right now. Yeah, that's just not doing it. When they're like, why didn't you do the side? And you're like, because fuck that. Bro, I've got to finish this up so I can get some lunch. I'm not stopping until the job is done. We need to be as fast and as efficient as possible. Shit just straight teleported. Or like it all instantly became clean. I can't think of words, bro. Not in the word business. I feel like if I was working this job, I would be judging the shit out of people. You know what I mean? They'd come up and be like, how's it going? And I'd be like, you're a sick son of a bitch. You nasty motherfucker. How can you live in this fucking shit sty? Crazy. What's that sound? Those are famous last words. You know, I keep forgetting. Another thing I can stream is VR, but that's such a pain in my ass to set up. I always have so many problems whenever I stream VR. It'll go so well one time, and then the next time it's like really ass. This is rough. You know, this was supposed to be really like relaxing and satisfying, but after doing it for a long time, it just becomes kind of torture. Alright, you snake in the grass. Son of a bitch. I think this house would be cleaner if it burned down. Not gonna lie. And I think it would stay clean if the owners were in it when it burned down. Being honest with you. kind of want to check out the new Ben 10 comic books. They brought back like the OG Ben 10, and they're kind of doing like a remake in a comic book. Ben 10 is such a good story. There's so much fucking lore. And it really feels like the writers thought out the story, you know, before making the fucking thing, which is actually a rare element. Most of the time now, like, they come up with an idea for, like, maybe, like, the concept of a show, but they don't actually flesh out any of the lore or characters until they're making the show. But Ben 10, dude, that shit was way too involved for it not to have been planned out. Such a fascinating story that just continuously got worse, too. You can tell that with the first Ben 10 show, they really thought it out, and then like the next Ben 10 show, they were just trying to ride the high off the first show. They had no original ideas for themselves. They just, like, none of the future cartoons could actually find its own identity. It was just like a worse made version of the original, with a story that's like less interesting. God, and the art style. Nobody talks about art styles as much as I do. People talk about, like, Boruto had some of the worst animation, but they're not willing to talk about Dragon Ball Super, which is way worse. Dragon Ball Super has one of the worst art styles and worst animation in all of anime I've ever seen, and nobody talks about it. You can't watch Dragon Ball Daima and watch Super. So, like, if you've never seen Super, watch Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Daima, and then watch Super, and tell me if it's not the worst shit you've ever seen in your life. I watched 247 episodes of Boruto before I was, like, done. I gave it a really good college try. And I can definitively say that I've seen all of Super. So it's ass. I think that Super ruins Goku as a character. I think they devolved him into a two-dimensional mindless fighter with no actual personality of his own. And I think that they really fleshed out Vegeta more by making him a laughingstock. And they really, really turned him into a joke. They did not give him his own time to shine. The trope of, like, Vegeta talking really big and then getting his ass clapped really needs to end. They've had so much opportunity with Dragon Ball too. Like when Goku, when he died, 11 times. There's been so many times where Vegeta could have stepped up and been the main character and been like the new protector of Earth until Goku gets back. But every time Goku dies, Vegeta just falls into a deep depression and gives up on life. Which, like, that's like a real homie. But still, like, they don't do anything with Goten, they don't do anything with Trunks. They literally revert characters like Krillin turning back into a coward. Dude, they've been doing the Krillin as a coward shit since Dragon Ball. Funny, because Krillin wasn't even that big of a coward in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z rolls around, and he's constantly shaking in his boots, but there's like a really good reason to, because they're fighting enemies that they never thought could exist. Right? But over the course of the show, by the Androids saga, he is not a coward anymore. He decides he's not going to live in fear, and that's why Android 18 fell in love with him, because he's brave, and because he was honorable. And even though she was a threat to humanity, he still took a chance on her. Single-handedly, Krillin's like a goat, but then you go back to Super, and what do? They turn him back into a coward. He's a chicken. And then they have him face his fear, and he's like, I'm not going to be scared anymore. I'm going to be a fighter again. And then he's a chicken again. And they do the same thing with Gohan. Oh, he's a scholar. And then something attacks the Earth, and he realizes, oh, I can't just be a scholar. I also have to be a protector of Earth, so I need to train and stuff. So then he starts training and becomes powerful again. And then what happens? They defeat the enemy. What does he do? He goes right back to being just a scholar. Something attacks the Earth. Gohan realizes he can't, just be a scholar. And then he has to train. And then he fights the enemy. You know what I mean? Over and over and over and over and over. And people think this shit is peak. It's not. You're just feeling nostalgic for the characters. You don't actually think that this show is good, and you can't explain why. You'll ask a Dragon Ball fan, why do you think Super is good? And these motherfuckers will say Jiren. Like, what the fuck? I don't know, it's just crazy. I stopped watching Boruto because... It wasn't even because of the animation. I stopped watching Boruto because it also betrays all of its characters. But not as bad as Super. Not even fucking close. You can make a good argument about Naruto turning out the way he does with, like, prioritizing being a Hokage over being a father and stuff. Like, yeah, of course, Naruto wanted to become Hokage, but things change when you become a parent. Or at least they should. Like, you shouldn't want those things anymore. Hang on. Like in Boruto, I really don't think Naruto, the boy we grew up with, would ever... I mean, he's the reason why Kakashi... No, he's not, but... The reason why he passed, and the reason why Team 7 passed in the first place was because they exemplified those who break the rules are scum, but those who abandon their friends are worse than scum. That's what Team 7 stood for, right? You never abandon your teammates no matter what. That was a lesson that no other team understood. When they were told, do not feed your teammate, they did not feed their teammate. But Sasuke, which, by the way, Sakura gets no credit for that because, like, Sasuke fully initiated and followed through with that, and she only did it because Sasuke did it. She's the worst. Sakura is one of the worst characters in all of anime. If she's your favorite character, you're a sick son of a bitch. She's literally 50% forehead, 50% frustrating, loud, annoying fucking yelling. The thunder's already starting, and it's only... So we're going to be having a thunderstorm. Probably going to be getting off work. People are going to... They probably will. Of course, they're drunk, they're hungover from yesterday. Of course, they're going to drive in a thunderstorm. How else will they commit horrible vehicular monstrosity crimes? People out here are not known for making good decisions. But yeah, like abandoning your teammates makes you worse than scum. So why would he do this to his kids? He knows that his kids are literally growing to resent him. They're literally gaining hatred of him because he's so busy. They also nerf the shit out of him, bro. They nerfed Naruto. I think this nerf should be studied. Because the way they nerf Naruto is nuts, bro. Bro, he gets tired doing paperwork. And it's only been a couple years since Shippuden. So in just a few years, he is so weak now that just doing paperwork and like opening stores and stuff, like Naruto is proof that you could be the most powerful ninja on earth and a 9-to-5 job will beat your ass. That 9-to-5, well, it is stronger than fucking Goku and Vegeta. I always like when my brother Matthew asks me which if two anime characters fought, who would win. Every time he says Goku, it's Goku. He's like, who would win in a fight, Goku or Naruto? And I'm like, that is the saddest matchup. I wish, as a Naruto fan, I could say that Naruto could literally do anything. The argument could be made that Sasuke might be able to put like Goku in a Genjutsu or something, because Goku's really stupid. Like the way you kill Goku is you have to trick him, because he's really powerful. You're never beating him in a fair fight, but very stupid. He has really good battle like combat knowledge. Got a very good strategic mind, but at the very same time, he also has like the brain of a 3-year-old. Posts like these. Like if you took Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, fucking Pain, Itachi, here's the thing. If you had to pick one character from the Dragon Ball universe to fight one character, like, or what I'm saying is like, if you had to pick one Naruto character to try to fight literally anybody from Dragon Ball, I think Itachi is the only person who might actually do anything. And it should be obvious why, because he will get you in a Genjutsu before you know what a fucking Genjutsu. So like, and Goku likes to start off weak, right? He likes to start off by base form. He likes to talk up his enemy, and he likes to all that, right? So if he walked up and Itachi would have already put him in a Genjutsu. But here's the thing, even if Itachi puts him in a Genjutsu, can he kill him? I don't know. Actually, yeah, he can. And here's why. In Super, if you consider Super canon, then yes, he could kill him. And the reason why is because in Super, when Goku's not focusing, somebody shoots him and hurts him. All because he's not focusing. Hit this window. I'm complete. Why does this remind me of the King of the Hill intro? Nice. So like, if you got Goku be in a Genjutsu, could probably. That's the only way. You're never beating him in a. Superman, you could argue like somehow we could figure out kryptonite, blah blah. There's no shot with Goku. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. This is mostly for my wife to fall asleep to. That's why I was playing this. And it's also why I played as long as I did. A good little 3-hour stream for her. Yeah,